Beloved friends, today I want to speak directly to your heart. I want you to know that you are not here by accident. You are not just another face in the crowd. God, the creator of heaven and earth, has looked upon you and said, "This one, you have a special purpose. You have a calling that only you can fulfill." Many people wander through life wondering, why am I here? What is my purpose? And the truth is, God has a plan for you that is far greater than you can imagine. He does not make mistakes. Every trial, every blessing, every encounter in your life has been carefully orchestrated by Him to prepare you for the mission He has chosen for you. Many people walk through life believing that they are just another face in the crowd, that their existence is ordinary, and their presence in this world is a mere coincidence. They see the challenges, the mistakes, the missed opportunities, and the moments of doubt and think, maybe I am here by chance. Maybe I'm just passing through this life without purpose. But I want you to hear this today and let it sink deeply into your soul. You are not here by accident. Every breath you take, every heartbeat, every encounter, every twist of circumstance in your life has been carefully orchestrated by God. You are here because God has chosen you, not randomly, not by mistake, but with intentionality and divine purpose. From the very beginning, God knew you. Before you were even born, He had plans for your life. He knew your strengths and your weaknesses, the dreams you would one day hold, the people you would touch, and the challenges you would overcome. He saw the impact your life could have on the world, the lives you could change, and the testimonies you would leave behind. He placed you in your family, in your city, in your unique environment at this exact time in history because the world needs you, and no one else can take your place. There has never been, and there will never be, another you with the exact combination of experiences, gifts, and heart that you carry. When life seems confusing, when you wonder why certain events have happened, remember that God's hand is in every detail. Those difficult moments were not meant to punish you, they were meant to prepare you. Those times of loneliness were not meant to make you feel forgotten, they were meant to draw you closer to the God who knows you intimately and has a plan that exceeds your understanding. Every success, every setback, every encounter, every blessing, and every trial has been designed to shape you into the person God intended you to become. There is no such thing as a random event in the life of someone chosen by God. Even the small decisions, the quiet prayers, the moments of doubt and faith, all are woven together in a divine tapestry that forms your life's purpose. When you understand that you are not here by accident, it changes. It's the way you see yourself and the world around you. You stop measuring your life by temporary success or failure, by others' approval or disapproval, and by the limitations that society or circumstance places on you. Instead, you begin to see yourself through the lens of God's love and divine plan. You realize that your life has meaning, that your struggles have significance, and that your presence in this world is essential. You are here for a reason, and that reason is greater than anything you could have imagined. This truth also gives you courage. When you face challenges, rejection, or uncertainty, you can stand firm knowing that God did not place you here to be defeated or abandoned. He placed you here to fulfill a purpose, to overcome obstacles, and to rise above circumstances. You are part of a story much bigger than yourself. A story that God is writing with wisdom, love, and infinite care. Nothing can happen outside of His plan, and nothing can derail the destiny He has ordained for you. So I encourage you to embrace this reality today. Reject the idea that you are here by chance. Open your eyes to the divine orchestration around you. Reflect on your life, on the people who have influenced you, the moments that have shaped you, and the gifts that you carry. All of it points to one undeniable truth. You are chosen, you are intentional, and your life matters. You have been placed in this world to make a difference, to touch hearts, to bring hope, and to fulfill the unique purpose that only you can fulfill. Remember, God's choice is not based on your perfection or your past mistakes. It is based on His love, His vision, and His plan. You are not an accident. You are not a coincidence, and you are not ordinary. You are God's masterpiece, meticulously designed for a purpose, equipped for a mission, and destined to shine. Understanding this truth is the first step toward walking confidently in the path God has prepared for you. Stand firm in this knowledge. Let it fill your heart with courage and hope, and step forward boldly, knowing that your life is not random, but a beautiful, intentional part of God's divine plan. Many people struggle with self-doubt. They look at themselves and see only flaws, failures, or limitations. They compare themselves to others and think, I could never do what they do. I'm not talented enough, not smart enough, not worthy enough. But here is a truth that can transform your life. God sees your true potential even when you cannot see it yourself. He sees the gifts, the talents, and the heart within you that the world often overlooks. He sees the person you are meant to become, the victories you will achieve, and the lives you will touch. God's vision for you is far greater than your own. While you may focus on your weaknesses or the mistakes of your past, God focuses on the possibilities within you. He does not define you by your failures or by the limitations others place on you. Instead, He looks at your spirit, your faith, and your willingness to grow and says, this one has potential. This one can achieve great things through my power. Your life is not measured by what you have already done, but by what God intends for you to do. Many times we underestimate ourselves because we measure ourselves by worldly standards. We compare ourselves to those who seem more talented, more successful, or more fortunate. But God does not measure us by the same standards. He looks at the heart, the faith, and the purpose within us. He sees the seeds He has planted in your life, the dreams He has placed in your heart, and the abilities He has given you. Even if those seeds have not yet grown into visible results, God knows that they have the potential to flourish. He sees the strength within you to overcome challenges, the resilience to rise after failure, and the capacity to make an eternal impact on the world. Understanding that God sees your true potential changes how you view yourself and your life. You stop letting doubt and fear dictate your choices. You begin to embrace the gifts He has given you and take steps to develop them. You start to act with courage, knowing that God has equipped you for the tasks ahead. Even if the world doubts you, even if people tell you that your dreams are impossible, you can move forward with confidence because God sees your abilities, your purpose, and your destiny. It is also important to recognize that realizing your potential does not come automatically. God sees what you are capable of, but it is up to you to cooperate with Him. He provides the vision, the guidance, and the opportunities, but you must cultivate your gifts, strengthen your faith, and take action. Every prayer, every moment of learning, every effort to improve brings you closer to the full expression of your potential. God's eyes are on you, ready to guide you, but He also calls you to participate actively in the journey He has set before you. When you embrace the reality that God sees your true potential, you are no longer limited by fear, failure, or the opinions of others. You begin to see yourself as God sees you, full of promise, capable of great things, and uniquely equipped for the work He has planned. This perspective gives you courage to face challenges, perseverance to continue despite setbacks, and hope to dream bigger than ever before. You realize that your life is not a random series of events, but a carefully designed journey, and that every skill, every lesson, and every experience is preparing you to fulfill your God-given potential. Remember, God's vision for you is not temporary or shallow. It is eternal and far-reaching. He knows the influence you will have on your family, your community, and even the world. He sees the difference you can make when you fully step into the life He has called you to live. Your potential is not measured by what you have done so far, but by what God knows you are capable of achieving in His timing. So, do not be discouraged by your limitations or by the opinions of others. Trust in the God who knows you completely, who sees your heart, and who envisions your future. Embrace the gifts He has given you. Believe in the purpose He has placed within you. Step forward with courage and faith, knowing that the God who sees your potential will guide, equip, and empower you to fulfill it. You are more capable than you realize, and God has already planned for you to shine in ways that only you can shine. Your life is not merely about survival or personal comfort. It is about purpose, influence, and the legacy you leave behind. God has created you to inspire others and to make a tangible impact in the world around you. Many people live their lives thinking only about themselves. their needs, their desires, and their problems, without realizing that God has positioned them as a light for others. Your life has significance far beyond what you see. Even in moments of quiet or apparent insignificance, God is working through you to touch hearts, change lives, and shape destinies. One of the most powerful truths to embrace is that your experiences, your struggles, and your victories are not just for you. They are a testimony to others. When you overcome challenges, you provide hope to someone else facing similar difficulties. When you act with kindness, faith, or courage, you model a way of living that others can follow. Even the smallest acts of love and service ripple outward, creating an impact that may be invisible to your eyes, but is seen and multiplied in ways that only God can orchestrate. Your life is like a candle in a dark room. It may seem small, but its light illuminates the way for others. Many people underestimate their ability to influence others because they think they are ordinary or insignificant. They believe that only those with fame, power, or wealth can make a difference. But God does not measure impact by worldly standards. He measures it by obedience, faith, and love. A single act of compassion, a word of encouragement, or a demonstration of integrity can inspire countless lives. The way you live your life, the choices you make, and the way you respond to challenges all serve as a model for others. You may never know the full extent of the impact you have, but God does. And He has designed your life to touch people in ways that are eternal. Your story is unique and it is meant to resonate with others. The lessons you have learned, the mistakes you have made, and the ways you have been transformed can serve as a guide for those who are walking similar paths. Your life becomes a living example of God's grace, power, and love. People do know. They just need teaching. They need to see faith in action. They need to witness someone who trusts God in the midst of trials, who rises above fear, who chooses hope instead of despair. That someone can be you. Impact does not always mean grand gestures. It often begins in the everyday moments. A kind word to a colleague, encouragement to a friend, patience with a family member, honesty in business. These small actions can inspire others to live better, to have faith, and to pursue their own God-given purpose. The influence of your life is not measured by the number of people who know your name, but by the difference you make in the hearts and minds of those you encounter. Each person you touch carries a part of your influence into the world, creating a chain reaction that multiplies your impact far beyond what you could imagine. When you understand that your life is meant to inspire and impact, it changes your perspective. You begin to see challenges as opportunities to demonstrate faith, setbacks as moments to show perseverance, and successes as chances to encourage and uplift others. You recognize that every experience has value and that your actions carry significance beyond the immediate moment. This understanding motivates you to live intentionally, to walk in integrity, and to align your life with God's purpose. God has not placed you on this earth merely to exist. He has placed you to shine, to guide, and to bless. Your life has the power to inspire faith where there is doubt, hope where there is despair, and courage where there is fear. Your story, your journey, and your choices serve as a light that others can follow. When you embrace this truth, you begin to see your life as a mission, a calling, and a responsibility to live in a way that honors God and blesses others. So, step forward with confidence, knowing that you are not here only for yourself. Your life has purpose and power. You are meant to inspire, to lead by example, and to impact the world in ways both big and small. Every action, every word, every choice carries the potential to touch a life and change a heart. Your life is a divine message, a testimony of God's love, and a beacon of hope. Embrace it fully, live intentionally, and let your light shine for all to see. The world needs your influence, and God has designed your life to be a force for good, inspiration, and eternal impact. Life is full of challenges, obstacles, and moments that test your faith, patience, and perseverance. Many people struggle to understand why hardships occur, why doors close when they expect them to open, or why they face repeated difficulties despite their best efforts. The truth is that these challenges are not signs of God's absence or disfavor. On the contrary, they are part of His divine plan to prepare you for the greater purpose He has for your life. Every trial, every setback, and every difficulty is an opportunity for growth, refinement, and strengthening. God does not allow challenges to break you. He allows them to shape you. Think about the most precious things in life, whether it is gold, diamonds, or fine wine. Each of these is refined through pressure, heat, or time. Similarly, God uses challenges as a refining process in your life. When you face adversity, you are being molded, tested, and equipped for the unique calling He has placed in your hands. Challenges develop resilience, deepen faith, and strengthen character. They teach lessons that comfort, success, or ease could never impart. Without the trials, you might never discover the depth of your faith, the strength of your spirit, or the power that lies within you. It is also important to recognize that challenges are often designed to redirect you toward God's will. Sometimes you want something that seems good, yet it is not aligned with God's plan. Challenges, delays, or obstacles serve as gentle or sometimes firm guidance, steering you toward the path that fulfills your destiny. What may feel like a closed door is often a divine detour, protecting you from harm, preparing you for greater opportunities, or positioning you to achieve something far beyond what you had imagined. Trusting God through these moments allows you to move forward with confidence, knowing that nothing is wasted when He is in control. Challenges also reveal your faith. When life is easy, it is simple to believe and to trust. But when storms arise, when difficulties press in on every side, and when hope seems distant, faith is tested and proven. God allows challenges to stretch your belief, to push you beyond comfort, and to show you the power of relying completely on Him. In these moments, you discover that you are stronger than you thought, that His presence is constant, and that miracles often arise in the midst of difficulty. Your challenges become testimonies of God's faithfulness and a demonstration of His power working through your life. Another critical aspect is that challenges prepare you for leadership and influence. If your path were free of struggle, you might never fully empathize with or inspire others who face hardship. God equips those He calls to lead, to guide, and to impact others by allowing them to experience challenges firsthand. Your struggles make you compassionate, wise, and relatable. They give depth to your character and credibility to your testimony. The very experiences you may wish to avoid are often the tools God uses to prepare you for greater responsibility and influence. It is natural to want life to be smooth and easy, but God's perspective is eternal, not temporary. He sees the end from the beginning. He knows that the challenges you face now are investments in your future. They are building the strength, patience, and wisdom that will allow you to walk, be, only into the purpose He has for you. Every obstacle is an opportunity to grow. Every difficulty is a lesson in faith, and every trial is a stepping stone toward the destiny God has prepared. So, when you encounter challenges, do not be discouraged or disheartened. Instead, embrace them as part of God's preparation. Lean into prayer, trust His guidance, and allow Him to work in and through your difficulties. Recognize that every challenge carries a divine purpose, and every struggle is shaping you into the person God needs you to be. Your hardships are not setbacks. They are setups for greater strength, faith, and purpose. Remember, God's refining work is not always easy or comfortable, but it is always perfect. Challenges are the furnace in which your faith is strengthened, your character is developed, and your destiny is forged. Trust in the process, keep your eyes on God, and know that the preparation He provides through challenges will equip you to fulfill your calling with power, grace, and victory. The difficulties you face today are shaping you into the extraordinary person God intended for His extraordinary purpose. Faith is the bridge between God's promises and their fulfillment in your life. It is not merely belief in the unseen. It is action in alignment with God's guidance, trusting that He will lead, protect, and provide. To step into your calling with faith means to move forward courageously. Even when the path is unclear, the obstacles seem insurmountable, or fear whispers that you are not ready. It is choosing to trust in God's plan over your own understanding, knowing that His timing and His wisdom are perfect. Faith is the key that unlocks the potential God has placed within you, allowing you to walk boldly into the purpose He has prepared. Many people hesitate to embrace their calling because they feel unqualified, unprepared, or inadequate. They see the challenges ahead and doubt their ability to overcome them. But faith is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to act in spite of fear. When you step forward with faith, you are saying, God, I may not have all the answers, but I trust you. I may not see the whole path, but I will walk where you lead. I may feel weak, but your strength will carry me. Faith transforms hesitation into courage, doubt into determination, and uncertainty into opportunity. To step into your calling with faith also requires obedience. God may reveal His purpose for your life through prayer, scripture, or the guidance of mentors and circumstances. But knowing your calling is not enough. You must act on it. Faith without action is like a seed that never grows. When God calls you to a task, He equips you with everything necessary to succeed. But you must take the first step. Even if the path is not fully clear, moving forward in faith invites God's power to work in your life in ways that surpass human understanding. Your obedience demonstrates your trust, and it activates the blessings, opportunities, and divine provision that God has already prepared. Faith also requires perseverance. Stepping into your calling is not always instantaneous, and the journey may be filled with obstacles, delays, and tests. There will be moments when progress seems slow, when results are not visible, and when discouragement tempts you to turn back. But faith keeps you moving forward. It reminds you that God's plan is unfolding, even when you cannot see the full picture. Every step you take in faith, no matter how small, aligns you with God's timing and positions you for the fulfillment of your purpose. Perseverance fueled by faith strengthens your character, deepens your trust in God, and ensures that you are ready when opportunities arise. Stepping into your calling with faith also impacts others. Your willingness to act boldly in trust inspires those around you. It shows that living with purpose and confidence is possible, even in the face of uncertainty. When people see you trusting God, taking risks in obedience, and pursuing your calling with determination, they are encouraged to examine their own faith and step into the purpose God has for them. Faith is contagious, and your example can ignite belief and action in others. Prayer is a vital part of stepping into your calling with faith. Through prayer, you communicate with God, seek His guidance, and invite His wisdom into every decision. Prayer strengthens your confidence, aligns your will with God's, and gives you clarity about the next steps. When you combine prayer with action, faith becomes tangible, and God's power moves through your life in extraordinary ways. Remember, prayer is not only asking for direction, but also expressing trust and commitment to God's plan. Ultimately, stepping into your calling with faith is about surrender. It is acknowledging that God's purpose is greater than your comfort, greater than your plans, and greater than your limitations. It is choosing to walk in alignment with His vision, even when it requires courage, patience, and perseverance. Faith transforms ordinary actions into extraordinary achievements because it connects you to the source of all strength, wisdom, and guidance, God Himself. So today, step boldly into your calling. Trust in God's guidance. Act with courage and persevere with determination. Even when the path seems unclear, your faith will illuminate the way. Remember, faith is not passive. It is action in alignment with God's purpose. By stepping into your calling with faith, you position yourself to fulfill the unique destiny God has prepared for you, to make an eternal impact and to walk in the fullness of His promises. The moment to act is now, and God is ready to empower every step you take in faith. There is no one in the world like you. You are unique, intricately designed, and carefully crafted by the hand of God. Every aspect of your being, your talents, your personality, your experiences, and even your struggles has been intentionally placed to fulfill a divine purpose. To understand that you are a masterpiece of God is to realize that you are not ordinary. that your life is not random, and that you are equipped to do extraordinary things. God does not make mistakes. He does not create duplicates. You are a one-of-a-kind creation designed with intentionality, care, and a purpose that only you can fulfill. Being a masterpiece means that your value is inherent. It does not depend on what you achieve, how others perceive you, or the recognition you receive. Even in moments of doubt, failure, or discouragement, your worth remains unchanged because it is rooted in the Creator who made you with infinite wisdom and love. When you fully embrace this truth, you stop seeking validation from the world and start living with confidence and assurance in God's design for your life. You begin to recognize that your life, your story, and your journey matter deeply, not just to those around you, but to God Himself. God has equipped you with gifts, talents, and abilities that are perfectly suited to the purpose He has assigned to you. These gifts may not always be obvious, and they may require cultivation, practice, and perseverance, but they exist within you. When you use them faithfully, in alignment with God's will, you begin to see the beauty of His masterpiece come to life through your actions, your decisions, and your influence. Each act of faith, each step of obedience, and each moment of love and service allows God's work in you to shine brightly in the world, impacting lives in ways that only you can. Understanding that you are a masterpiece also gives you perspective on your trials and failures. Like any work of art, the process of becoming complete often requires refinement, patience, and endurance. The struggles you face are not signs of imperfection, they are part of the creative process. God uses challenges to shape your character, strengthen your faith, and refine your abilities so that the masterpiece He envisions is revealed fully. Every obstacle, every setback, and every hardship is a brushstroke in the beautiful work of art that is your life. Recognizing yourself as God's masterpiece also inspires a sense of responsibility. You have been uniquely designed to fulfill a purpose that no one else can accomplish. Your voice, your actions, and your influence matter. You are called to live intentionally, to pursue your calling boldly, and to impact the world in ways that reflect God's glory. When you see yourself as a masterpiece, you understand that wasting your life on fear, doubt, or hesitation dishonors the Creator who made you. Instead, you are motivated to rise to the potential He has placed within you, confident that your life has meaning and that your existence is a vital part of His divine plan. Being a masterpiece is not only about what you can do, it is also about who you are in God's eyes. You are loved unconditionally, valued infinitely, and cherished deeply. Your mistakes do not diminish your worth, and your flaws do not prevent your purpose. God sees the entirety of your being, your heart, your intentions, your spirit, and calls you beautiful, capable, and ready. This understanding brings freedom, peace, and joy, because you no longer measure yourself by worldly standards or compare yourself to others. You recognize your own worth as God sees it, and that recognition fuels your confidence to live boldly and faithfully. Finally, knowing that you are a masterpiece empowers you to impact others. As you embrace your unique design, pursue your calling, and walk in faith, your life becomes a testimony of God's creativity, power, and love. Others will see in you what God can do in a life surrendered to Him. You inspire hope, courage, and faith. You demonstrate that everyone has inherent value, unique gifts, and a purpose that matters. Your life becomes a reflection of God's glory, and your story becomes a beacon of hope for those seeking meaning, direction, and encouragement. So, take heart today. Know that you are a masterpiece of God, carefully designed for a purpose, equipped for a mission, and destined to shine. Your life matters. Your gifts matter. Your faith matters. Every day is an opportunity to reveal the beauty of God's work through your life, to inspire others, and to fulfill the destiny He has set before you. Embrace this truth, walk boldly in confidence, and let your life shine as the masterpiece that God created it to be. You are extraordinary because God made you that way. As we draw this message to a close, I want you to take a deep breath and let this truth settle in your heart. You are chosen, you are gifted, and you are here for a purpose far greater than you may realize. Every moment of your life, every challenge you face, every blessing and every setback has been carefully orchestrated by God to prepare you for the destiny He has planned. You are not an accident, and your life is not random. You are intentional, you are powerful, and you are capable of achieving what God has called you to do. Remember, God sees your true potential, even when you cannot see it yourself. He has equipped you with unique gifts, experiences, and abilities that the world desperately needs. Your life is meant to inspire, to uplift, and to impact those around you. The trials you face are not obstacles to stop you, but opportunities to refine you and prepare you for greatness. And when you step forward in faith, trusting God's plan, nothing can stand in the way of the extraordinary destiny He has designed just for you. Know this, you are a masterpiece of God. Your life has inherent value. Your story matters, and your purpose is eternal. Do not let fear, doubt, or the opinions of others hold you back. Walk boldly, act faithfully, and live intentionally. Embrace your calling, trust His guidance, and allow your light to shine for all to see. The world needs your gifts, your faith, and your testimony. So rise today with confidence. Declare with your heart and spirit, I am chosen, I am equipped, I am God's masterpiece, and I will fulfill the purpose He has set before me. Walk in faith, shine your light, and impact the world in ways only you can. God has called you, prepared you, and empowered you. Your journey is just beginning, and your destiny is limitless. Believe it, receive it, live it.